you were doing the Canadian national anthem for a second. Certificate of Leadership from UNICEF USA Leadership Circle Genius Bar Podcast.
Yes.
That's us. Let's go. Yay. We're in the Leadership Circle.
We're in the Leadership Circle.
Yay. Certificate of Leadership. I'm surprised it's staying there.
Dude, that's because I've full alpha. John, I'm an alpha male.
You are?
Yep.
Dude,
Don't look in my direction.
Right before we started recording this podcast, I said, Sam, don't point your mic up, point it down towards your mouth, and sit close. And this is how this immediately sits back and is like chilling. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't know what to do anymore.
You like this? Oh God.
Yeah.
Do you like this, Mr. Prosser?
Yes, that sounds much better.
When I scoot closer to my mic, Mr. Prosser.
That sounds much better for a podcast.
No, this is a vodcast, bro.
No.
It's a big vodcast. Hey, did you watch Severance on Apple TV?
I have not, but I've been thinking about watching it.
I'm telling you. Do you like where you're like constantly trying to figure things out and like constantly kind of shocked about?
Yes.
Like psychological type.
I enjoy quality TV. In fact, a good TV show, in my opinion, is better than a great movie.
I think I agree. I'm more of a TV show guy.
Because you get sucked into that universe and you can like live in it for a long time until the TV show ends. Like Ozark. I was watching Ozark, for years. The finale happened on Netflix last week I don't know when it went up. And it was fucking terrible. They ruined it right at the end. So many good shows just absolutely shit their britches right at the end. Game of Thrones, another good one. That show was amazing. Incredible show. At the end, they just ruined it. So now, anytime not even telling somebody about Game of Thrones, where I'm slightly embarrassed just to do that, when I even think of Game of Thrones, there's like this little pain point in my brain that's like, it's Game of Thrones, but I don't think of it in a positive light anymore because they ruined it at the end.
Same. Yeah, I watched all the way up until the last season, and then I fell behind, and then everybody told me that it was bad, so I didn't finish it. I've never finished. I watched everything up until like the last 5 episodes.
Congratulations! I wish I could hold that and like just have that moment paused for me, where Game of Thrones is amazing. Because
but no, now I've heard that it's bad though. So now like I am not like, oh, it's one of the best shows of all time.
Here's
like,
the tough thing, though, Sam.
What?
I feel like you still got to watch it. It is terrible. But it is like a cinematic masterpiece. Like the visuals, the actual things that they were able to pull off in that last season are absolutely incredible. They made a TV show that does those things, that looks like that. If you can ignore the fact that the story is the worst and it makes you want to claw your eyes out, it's beautiful and wonderful.
Yeah. I mean,
Severance is good, you say?
It makes me say, though, why did Apple get into streaming? It's just weird to me. This is an Apple show, right?
Why is it weird, though?
Everybody's been on my ass. My mom's been on my ass. You don't talk about news. My friends have been on my ass. You don't talk about Apple News anymore. So I'm like, okay, fine.
There's no news.
They want news.
Listen,
they want only news.
No, we are sponges, okay? We can only absorb what news is around us. And if there is no news, then you just look at a sponge. It's not as fun.
We're a dry ass sponge right now.
The driest.
Hey, it's super dry.
Do you see that? Hey, you're wearing super dry too. Look at that.
John, I bought this specifically. I paid like $24 for this t-shirt when I was shopping like 5 weeks ago. And I kept meaning to wear it, but I have to be honest, I didn't wear it for weeks because I thought you were going to bully me about it.
Why would I bully you about a super dry t-shirt?
Because you always wear dark colors, because I think in your mind, you're like, it's more pleasing to the audience to look at for long periods of time. And I was afraid that if I wore this, it was going to be really distracting. And you were going to be like, I don't like that you wore it. I hate you.
No, I mean, already your skin is so bright that if we have to look at that for an hour, then you might as well wear the bright t-shirt too. You look like you're going to direct traffic.
I know, I feel like a cone. Wait, don't no pointing,
especially from a white person, Sam. No, none of that.
No pointing.
Cancel.
Just jokes.
You're canceled.
I don't know. It's a mid shirt. I'll be honest. It doesn't do a lot for me. The brand, the logo's okay. It's weirdly fuzzy.
That doesn't mean much coming from a mid person.
Wow. I don't know. I'm just kind of a fashionista out here.
Listen, your mom said that there was no Apple News, and you're talking about the color of your shirt already.
What do you think, Sam? Please focus. He says, Superdry is kind of mid. Sorry, let me talk to Mike.
Hey, you're going to need new bobblehead. His
Superdry
glasses need
kind of
updated.
mid. Oh, yeah. Yeah, are the new glasses growing on you? I think I actually like them a lot better.
Yeah,
now.
I'm totally used to them now.
Yeah. Okay, dude, I'm so upset. So I know we're supposed to. Okay, we're gonna get back to the Apple streaming thing, but I want to talk about not.
We
Apple
started
News for a
off so strong, dude.
I said like Severance was like in the first 10 seconds. People were like Apple TV Plus show.
Yeah.
So I went to the like eyeglass place to like get new glasses.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to get some prescription sunglasses. Like it'd be nice to have like sunglasses to like have my prescription in, because when I drive, I have no prescription on. I just use a cheap ass $10 pair of sunglasses.
Wait, what?
I can see fine, to be clear. Like if I take my glasses off right now, like I can see you. I can
sound like every drunk person is like, I drive better when I'm hammered, bro.
No, I
didn't. They go driving
better.
And they kill a family. You're just like, I can see fine. By the way, it's fine. I'll just drive without my prescription glasses on that I'm prescribed to because I need them.
It's a choice to wear them. And listen, I wish I didn't have to wear them, but I do. So my point.
You just said, I wish I didn't have to wear them, but I do. But not on the road.
Well, because I can see fine.
What a little asshole.
No, I've never gotten into an accident outside of a parking area, actually.
Were you wearing your glasses during that time?
Yeah, I was wearing my glasses during all those times, actually.
Okay. So maybe the glasses are making it worse.
Yeah, for real. Anyway, dude. Okay, now I got like a nice frame, but the sunglasses, I was expecting to be expensive. They're like $400.
What?
Now okay. And then I was like, and I regret this.
You're gonna have to sell one of your Supreme t-shirts for that.
Oh no, they already got ruined in the wash. They've already lost all their value. They're pink. Every white shirt is pink.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna work on bleaching those. That was a part of that.
Are you gonna
week.
buy new ones, or are you just gonna be pink?
I don't know. It's kind of like,
is that the way?
Take
of life?
my losses. Yeah, it's just maybe it's a sign that I needed to get them out of my wardrobe anyway. Even though I love them.
Is that why
anyway?
Is that why you're getting Superdry stuff now? Are you gonna be like me?
Well, yeah. I was like, I gotta get more shirts. I got that sick ass jersey that you saw me wear in my video. Dude. So then I got a pair of new clear glasses. Like I was like, I want the exact same frames, just with my updated prescription, because my old frames were like cracking and scratched.
Yes.
Those glasses were also $400.
Oh.
Dude, I walked to the front and they're like, you're spending $900 at the glass store today?
Yes.
And I was
that's unheard of.
Yeah. Is that? Yeah, I guess, because these were covered under insurance. These were only like $200 or $300. Even that's insane, bro.
And that's after insurance?
It costs nothing. This is the lightest material ever. You're telling me it cost, like the markup, the American healthcare system, we need to tear it to the ground.
How are we going to tear it to the ground?
For a number of reasons. I don't know. I'm just, and the thing is, I kind of regret buying the clear ones because now I kind of like these. And I don't even think I want the clear ones, but like I spent all this money on these like perfectly good
loves
clear
the
glasses.
clear ones, I found.
I mean, it'd be kind of fun. Like, I don't know. I just feel like the white, I'll be honest. The white ones make me, or the clear ones make me feel like a soy boy. These
Why?
make me feel, I don't know. I just feel like I look softer. These make me like, don't look at me that way, bro. Oh,
bro, you're wearing like this cone looking shirt right now, and you're like, my glasses, they make me look like a soy boy.
Hey, it's not the you are the reason I bought this. Don't turn this on me. Now, did I have to buy the orange one? No. But did I?
It just looks like you washed your white shirts and they turned pink. It just looks like you washed a red shirt but too hot water. No, it's that color.
Do you do your own laundry or do you pay somebody to do it?
I have Karina. I don't know.
Bro, are you sending her wifely duties?
No, she just is better at that stuff than me. She's more careful.
Yeah, me too.
All my hoodies, dude, if I wash these myself, like all this, like the print on it would be all cracked. The hoodie would be 3 times smaller than it's supposed to be, not fit me. But no, Karina, the amount of effort that she puts in, like washing it on only cold water, and then she takes it out and does everything by hand. She lets them air dry. She doesn't put them in the dryer. Just like, bro, I would ruin all my clothes if it was me.
Bro, we got to reverse these gender roles. You got to start doing the laundry and the housework.
Yeah.
And she's got to start like mowing the lawn.
Our house would fall apart so fast if it was me.
That's cool. I'm glad you guys have got that worked out. You know who does everything around here?
You.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to lean into an ad, though. You know who does everything in my house?
HelloFresh. Right?
Yeah, HelloFresh does all my work. HelloFresh.com/genius. Get up to 16 free meals plus 3 gifts. One of our favorite sponsors, Sam.
Oh, dude.
Have you ever tried to go to the store? You're hungry, right? It's time for grocery shopping. Have you ever been able to go to the store, get the ingredients that you need, but walk out with only those ingredients that you need? Or do you end up with like, oh, I want a hot dog. Suddenly you're home with 8 hot dog buns, and 7 of those hot dog buns grow mold eventually and get old and gross.
I can't be eating 8 hot dogs a week anymore. Just look at me. You know what I can eat, John?
What can you eat, Sam?
Oh, that went so far away. I can eat chicken sausage spaghetti bolognese, of which is delicious. This is what, if anybody wants, we got to step up the game.
Last week, I think I had that.
Yeah, it's freaking delicious. They send you all the ingredients. Look, if you guys want to know how this works, they send you, you're really stressing me out because you're like, you got to be close to the mic. You got to be in the frame. Like, this is a lot of work. So you've got the recipe right here, and then it tells you everything that you need. Hold on. Also, look at that. Like, bro, that
30 minutes.
So I want to eat. Yeah, it's not bad.
It also is fun because like I stress out if for some reason if I gotta like look at a recipe online or watch a video, I start to stress out. But this on one card, everything fits on the little card, and it's so easy. You just follow the steps. You cannot mess it up. As long as you can read words, you cannot mess it up, and it's so delicious every single time. I always say that I wish that I was doing HelloFresh before I met Karina.
Dude.
So then she comes over and I'm like, oh, look, I'm a master chef.
Yo, oh my God. And like, I am convinced that the quality of the food is better. Like
it
every
is,
time
though.
Last week I did a QA, like I made burgers and fries that I'd like buy from the store, and I made burgers and fries from them. Dude, I don't know what it was, but they're like the roasted potatoes that I made with the like potatoes that I like cut up by hand. Everything was just like way better.
It's
like
where
the bun,
I guess
it
they
was the
source
best
their
bun I've ever
ingredients.
had.
They source their ingredients with like farmers locally to them. So it's not going through the whole store process like you do at Walmart or wherever else. Like they are working with the people directly, get the ingredients, are super fresh and tasty every single time. And like I said, even the vegetables, I feel like there's some sort of witchcraft going on because the vegetables always taste better than if you were to get them anywhere else. HelloFresh.com/genius16. Get up to 16 free meals plus 3 free gifts just because you listen to this show. You're welcome, everybody.
Guys, that's HelloFresh.com/genius16. Use code genius16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. Don't forget to use that code. Use that code. May I actually use that code?
HelloFresh, thank you for supporting this episode of Genius Bar.
Yes.
Okay.
That was good. That was a vibe.
Yeah. You're welcome.
So that's my life.
Everyone who pays us money for making it so amazing. That's why they pay us the big bucks.
Hey, I have to show you something.
I heard another
ad
today. Is that what you're about to do?
No, okay. It's not. I want to get your thoughts on this. So our boy, Everything Apple Pro returned.
Oh yeah, he did. He came back for a second.
Which, by the way,
see you again in 5 months.
Can we get him on the podcast?
I texted him and he didn't reply.
Dude, if he's not replying to you, then I texted him months ago.
I should be like, yo, man, I got sick leak. I got cat file.
Just be like,
I should be like, hey, man, I bought one of your cases and I have a problem with it. Could you have technical support? And be like, hey, man, what's up? I need my come on my podcast.
Dude, that would be so fun.
I'll buy all your cases if you come on the show.
Come on the show, Everything Apple. We're going to tweet this at him. Come on the show, Philip. We love you.
He used to text me all the time, and now he's just off the face of the earth. I don't know where he went.
Dude, he's just vibing, man. Apparently the cases are sick. Like, they look cool.
No, have you ever had one?
No, but they look really good.
Yeah, he used to send me I didn't even have to pay for them like a regular peasant. He'd just send them to me. He send them to me and text me, and now he doesn't fucking do shit.
That's
Philip. That's the wrong soundbite.
Wait, don't I have like a sad?
I think so. No, I had the sad one. I don't have it anymore though. I just have voicemails.
Okay. Okay. So he comes back, but I noticed maybe we know why he's not talking to you, John. Let's take a listen.
It flows better with the dual hole punch look. By the way, I love it. Very Apple-like to do a bold design such as the notch. This thing definitely takes it a step forward. You don't gain much screen estate with it, but it's unique. It's something different. I am happy to say that Prosser's iPhone 14 leak with the 4S inspired design isn't happening. I did think it was a little ridiculous that Apple would be bringing back the dinky little 4 and 4S buttons, cramming the camera into the very corner, making it as flat as possible. Just no way. That one's not happening. In fact, the phone is getting thicker by 0.2 millimeters and the camera is expanding. So the camera is getting both.
So
is that why he didn't text me back? He called it ridiculous.
And John, I'm not going to lie.
Go ahead, Sam.
I feel like the further we get away from that iPhone 14 leak you shared, as much as I want it, that's not really what.
Oh, are you just now? Are you just now accepting that? I feel like we accepted that a while ago.
Yeah, but I feel like it just hit me when I saw that video. I was like, did Prosser lie?
Yeah, I lied. That was it.
I definitely didn't see any
live
images.
On the show.
I definitely have never seen any images.
Yeah, you were not sending any real images of the stuff. Yeah, no, it was all fabricated for entertainment. No, I thought. In fact, I did like a front page tech episode. I think talking about how like even I've accepted that that's not what we're getting this year.
Do you
in
think
fact,
that
a lot of the leaks line up more with being consistent for like the iPhone 15 or something? Which then,
I was just gonna say.
Which then, because there's a lot of, not coming from me, a lot of other leaks from other sources that their information lines up with what I shared, but they're saying for like next year or the year after. And so that's when like, I take a step back and be like, okay, a lot of what we have shared has been like a year out. So like another good example would be Apple Watch Series 7. That is something that from the same source as the iPhone 14, might I add, those iPhone 14 renders. That I said, flat sides, whatever. Gurman and Kuo also come out and say flat sides. So are we all lying? Is it all ridiculous and made up? Or are we a year off from a lot of this stuff?
I think you're just a year off.
Because behind the scenes, these people don't know timelines. They're just making the thing. They don't even know. They don't know the name like we do. They don't call it iPhone 14.
Yeah, they call it mobile device from Apple.
Yeah, mobile
device that look like phone.
Yeah. But
I don't know. Yeah. I'm kind of sad. Like I really wanted to see that this year. I mean, they're making minor design changes, but like, I mean, I guess let's break it down. Like, what are we really getting on the 14? To me, the only like game-changing feature we've heard is the satellite connectivity.
Yeah. And we heard that
That's
from Gurman.
The only...
Oh, also, Gurman, talking about ridiculous. Gurman also cited a complete redesign. What we're getting this year is not a complete redesign. Like, not even close. They changed the front a little bit. That's it.
I'll pull up that article just so.
And I'm not even happy with the like. I forgot you're fine with the dual hole punch thing. You like it.
I like it. I'm with EAP. I like the way it looks.
No. You both are wrong.
Here's this article has not aged the best.
Gurman, iPhone 14 will be a complete redesign. Okay.
We can read the exact quote. With the iPhone 14, you can expect new entry-level and Pro models and a complete redesign. You can find the source in this article.
What does that title say?
Apple's modest iPhone 13 update sets the stage for bigger iPhone 14 changes next year. So, yeah, I mean, basically...
Would you call a little hole punch thing, eye-shaped hole punch on the front, would you call that a complete redesign?
I would not call that a complete redesign.
Well, I mean, even now, actually, yeah, in like maybe it was an article last week, or maybe it was Power On or something. He was like, it's going to be, he called it like keeping the same form factor, the same design as the last 3 years. He even said in that article or newsletter, he was like, yeah, it's not changing. So so that gets rid of the option of him even saying, yeah, this is still a complete redesign.
Yeah.
Because he says it's not changing.
I mean, it sounds like it was maybe in the works for a while and then it got delayed.
Or maybe all of our timelines are just off.
Yeah.
Like maybe the whole like it's delayed thing isn't really a thing and nothing was delayed. It was always this was always the schedule. It was us that were wrong.
That's very possible. Yeah. I feel like I forget that sometimes. I get caught up in the hype.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever get caught up in the hype?
No. So, speaking of hype, I just looked over my Mac Studio. Can you pull up? There was a tweet from, I think the account was the Basic Apple Guy.
Oh yeah, I love him, dude. He's a big friend of the
friend of the everything.
He is.
I saw a tweet from him. This is stuff that we already know, by the way. This is not a big shocker, not a big surprise, but having all the numbers laid out like this,
crazy,
really paints the picture.
Yeah, wait. I should have wrote an article about this because this is really good.
Again, yeah, you should write an article. It's like we all know this already. It is common knowledge. You can look at the website yourself and see it, but just seeing it all in one tweet. Orders today. So this is for.
Wait, I just want to add a bookmark.
You're trying to add a bookmark on Twitter?
How to remove? I think it's been booked. Is this work? No, you fucking liar.
You have to start a new folder for bookmarks? I feel like that shouldn't be a thing.
Elon's already ruining Twitter.
Yeah, it's Elon's fault. God. Basically, ordering stuff from Apple right now is it's nearly impossible to actually end up getting your order. He said, order today, delivers, now that he goes on the list. For Mac Studio, at least the stock version, M1 Max, 9 to 17 days. That's not bad.
No, that's like fair. That's like pretty reasonable.
Not bad. That's fine. iPad Air, 31 days to 38 days. That's a lot.
That's a month. That's a month.
You know, in a world where next day shipping, same day shipping is like a thing, Apple's kind of pushing it. But then we get to Mac Studio, M1 Ultra, the stock model, which is what? M1 Ultra, 64 gigs of RAM, right?
I think so, and then 48-core GPU.
42 to 67 days.
52 to 67.
Model. What did I say?
42.
Oh, 52 to 67 days.
So even worse.
MacBook Pro, stock model, 14 and 16 inch, 57 to 71 days.
And that is the oldest of all of these products.
Absolutely ridiculous. Studio Display, 60 to 74 days. Mac Studio, custom configuration. You change one thing, you're looking at 80 to 94 days, dude.
3 months.
That's 3 months. Like, okay.
Net 90.
You know all about that, Sam.
We know all about that.
Okay. So at this point, I have to ask.
Yeah. Why?
Is placing an order even worth it right now?
I mean, because it could get worse.
If you're going to, I guess so. But if you're going to wait 90 days, like it almost makes more sense to just wait for the next product to come out, whatever that next thing is, like a Mac Pro, and hurry up and try to get a pre-order in right away. Because it seems like if you miss that pre-order window, the product basically doesn't exist for you. Because it's just, you're not going to be able to buy it and get it in a timely manner. The options go bye-bye. So I feel like it's just tough right now. Trying to order a product and expecting to get it in any reasonable amount of time, and it just puts you in a position of like, do I even place my order right now? And there's a lot of things aren't necessarily getting better.
Yeah.
In China right now, there's further lockdowns, further guidelines, further restrictions because of breakouts there of COVID.
And they've got like a zero tolerance approach where they're like, we're locking. You're just
dude. Okay,
city closed.
So people in the U.S. we have a really harsh disconnect of how things work over there. For here, like, okay, COVID spikes. What do? A lot of workers here
wear a mask.
A lot, yeah.
Stay home.
Stay at home. A lot of workers had remote work. When you're actually manufacturing and building the products for millions, hundreds of millions of people, you don't really do that work from home. And so the way they have tried to prevent any further delays of products or shutdowns of the supply chain entirely, what they do is they have the workers. I don't want to say force because you could just not have the job, I guess. But in China, the job market doesn't work like that, and technically, yes, they could just quit if they don't like the rules and go get a new job. But for a lot of these people, like, this is it. This is their only option. This is a really great job for them as well. in terms of pay, at least. And the way these factories are working, a lot of these facilities have restrictions to the point where you don't leave. You live there, you eat there, you sleep there, and you don't have any, I guess you could have communications with the outside world, but you don't have any contact with the outside world. And they do that to prevent breakouts within the facility. And I read somewhere statistics like that has opened up like 70% of the supply chain factories there because they use that model. But the workers there aren't happy. There have been outbreaks there, like within the facility. And if you have outbreaks in the facility and you're not allowed to leave the facility, then it spreads even worse. And then so people are scared for their lives. And it's like this whole, it's ridiculous.
So it's called a closed loop system. And in practice, it sounds good to maximize profits, but it's not really good for the workers.
No.
Because as you can see in this video, this is what has happened after a couple months of this.
What?
So for audio listeners, this is what looks like hundreds, if not thousands, of workers basically jumping over gates as well as fighting physically to free themselves from this loop and probably just like see their families or have a literal break. Like they're attacking guards. It's pretty bad.
So those are workers for a facility called Quanta. And
it's a subsidiary of Quanta, it said.
Okay. And Quanta, they are mainly responsible for MacBooks, if I'm correct.
Yeah, remember when the MacBook Pro schematics leaked from them?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, they didn't leak. They got literally stolen, and that was a whole blackmail thing. But, I mean, it sort of, for me, contextualizes those delays. Because I'm like, I don't want somebody to not see their family if it means I have to wait a few days to get something like that. There's like a human cost there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it sucks for us, but like, they can't see, like, they have kids and stuff they can't see just because, like, they have to work to support that. I mean, that's like kind of, it's a literal catch-22, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have to work.
And for us, we're like, oh, can't get a MacBook in 90 days. My life was so hard. But, I mean, they literally aren't producing them. And the people that are producing them, that's what they're going through.
So it's like, I mean, this is not everywhere, to be clear. This is just, there's starting to be some contention with the closed loop idea. And again, it sounds great, but I don't know. It seems to not really be working, right? Like, I mean, look,
you could say that.
It's not working. I mean, I guess we don't do as much of this like intense manufacturing in the US, but I'm just thinking about, from our perspective, I mean, a lot of our factories have gone back and you just sort of get COVID tested so often. Or, I mean, why don't they just COVID test everybody when they come in and then send the people home that are sick? Because, I mean, it's just, it's fucked up to see. I mean, all these people just want to like a break. I mean, just imagine being stuck in the same facility for months on end.
Just to build fucking MacBooks.
Just to build MacBooks, the same repetitive work. I mean, I don't know how people do it for a job. Anyway, in an open loop. That's not a loop, bro. You don't want
to build MacBooks?
Not after that repair video.
Oh, yeah. No, wait. Did that happen? Was that video already out by the time we put out the episode last week?
It was, because I forgot. But I also had that thought. I was like, did we talk about? Yeah, the Apple repair program's crazy. Don't do it.
And well, who's going to do it if the people at Quanta's not going to do it and we're not going to do it? I just I mean, okay, but how do we fix that? Like, who's is there anyone to blame for this? Like, is it, I mean, COVID's not a person, and obviously COVID is to blame, but also, should they have been spread out more? Like, should Apple be developing more Macs in like India or something?
Yeah, I mean, I think Apple's been kind of trying to work on this. I think everybody just kind of got lazy and was like, oh, China's just so easy. They've got the factories already. You know, we don't have to, there's not a lot of like upfront costs for us. They offload that.
And when things are going normally, that's perfect. Like that's Tim Cook's specialty. Like Tim Cook revolutionized the industry in terms of supply chain and moving
Nobody
shit.
ever asked him about that. Like, have you ever seen an interview where people actually talk about?
No, they never do. But
that would be what I asked him.
Not only did I mean that's what Tim Cook's bread and butter was, even when Steve Jobs was there. Like that was why he was
the COO. The chief operations officer. Like that was his job, is to make sure the operations are operating.
Yeah, but not even just for Apple, but like industry wide, he changed how that stuff works and like expectations and responsibilities in the industry because of how well and how efficient he is at producing product and moving it outdoors. Which is funny to say that now because it's 70 days to get a MacBook, but you know, in a normal scenario, when things are normal, it's great. But when things start to like, I can't say we could have foreseen this happening because, I mean, something like COVID, you don't see that coming, but it has also been 3 years now. So
it's been like 2.5 years. That's crazy.
And production for iPhone is starting early. I don't know if you know that, but at least from what I understand, I don't know if that's publicly known yet. I feel like it should be, but they're going to start. I don't know. I don't know if it. I mean, if someone else has said it,
call it what you want.
Yeah, if someone else has said it, no, it's not a leak. If I'm the only person saying it, then do with it what you will. But production for iPhone, at least from what I understand, is starting earlier, like a month, maybe 2 months earlier. So that they can try to meet demand. So to avoid stuff like this, where they didn't have enough iPhones, pre-orders, like they take all the iPhones that have already been produced, and then suddenly it's 70 days to get a new phone.
Man, I hope Apple has insurance.
Where should they get the insurance from, Sam?
You know, it's probably one of those things, Tim Cook being the supply chain wizard that he is, I bet he wishes he had a portal where he could see and compare rates from everybody.
Do you know any portals like that off the top of your head?
Well, I mean, just the best one for sure is Policy Genius.
Oh, Policy Genius! I know them. I love them. Policy Genius.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, listen, if you're a homeowner and you're worried about rising inflation rates and insurance rates are concerning, did you know that one of the easiest ways to save money is by reshopping your home and auto insurance? Policy Genius customers saved an average of $12.50 per year over what they were paying for home and auto insurance before. Wow.
And also, listen, I don't want to toot our own horn, but toot. We have won amongst our agency some sort of like best read thing for Policy Genius. Policy Genius loves the geniuses, the people that listen to this show. And I guess that means the geniuses love Policy Genius as well. Maybe it's because we share a name. That's why.
I would say so. You could say it's in the name, John.
You could say it's in the name, yes. But also they're just great. Like gone are the days of having to like go through every insurance. First of all, having to find the insurance, the name of the insurance company at all, finding their website, going to their website, getting a quote, then writing down the quote, and doing that several times over, then comparing the quote yourself. None of that. Policy Genius, they know all the big name insurance companies. They'll get all the quotes for you, and they'll organize it and show you all in one place so you can decide for yourself.
Guys, you go to policygenius.com. It's that easy. They'll show you price estimates for stuff to fit your search. Customers who bundle their home and auto policies with Policy Genius saved an average $12.50 per year. It's $1,250 USD over what they were paying. That's crazy. They've also saved new customers an average of $350 per year on home insurance. There's no extra fees. They don't sell your info. They have thousands of 5-star reviews. John, where can the people go to get started today?
They go to www. Was that 3 or 4 W's?
www. Go
to PolicyGenius.com to get started today. And of course, a huge thanks to Policy Genius for sponsoring this episode of Genius Bar. Yay! Okay.
www.
God damn it.
Okay, does that work? What if I type that in Google? Like, what if I go to www.appletrack.com? Will it like fix itself?
It won't work. Did it work?
It says it's not secure. Didn't work.
Did not work. Okay. Is there what else? What other news is there?
Let's take a look. Hey, when is Front Page Tech coming back? I feel like you've been talking about it.
Oh, working on it.
Wait. The new season was. New season's supposed to come today. Did not come today.
No, it's not.
I saw image and leaked trailers. Said it was.
You saw it, but nobody else saw it.
You also said you were sharing trailers.
That was like a
week.
draft. That was like a draft promo that you saw.
Can you show me the updated one?
It's the same thing.
What's the date?
Just
when is from
different
Pitch
date.
Check season 10?
A date of this month that is closer to the end.
Okay. All right, I guess we're talking in Apple terms now.
That rhymes with. The date is closer to that of a jersey of a famous basketball player for the Lakers.
Kobe
That rhymes
Bryant?
with Prolon Hames.
I don't think he was a Lakers player, dude.
His name rhymes with Prolon Hames.
Wait, what does that have to do with a date?
He's not dead. His name rhymes with
I know
Prolon
his
Hames,
name. I know what you're talking
and
about.
his number is what?
I don't know. Well, now I'm looking it up. 6.
What his number
23.
is? I was gonna say they changed it. Is his number 6 now?
Wait, does he play for the Lakers? Oh, I'm so dumb. Never mind. Cancel everything I just said. Everyone's shitting on me in the comments. I'm sorry.
Way to go.
Why did I get confused? I was wearing a Bulls jersey. I'm
Okay.
ashamed.
Anyway, I wanted to tell you
Okay.
I'm having trouble with Apple Track.
What are you having trouble with?
When I go to the website, nothing
Sometimes
loads.
the images on the bottom don't load. I know. I don't know what's causing this.
No. The images on the top don't load.
Nothing loads?
I mean, the first image loads for me, but then the rest
That's
don't.
what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what causes that. I've seen that on my end. I don't know.
Sounds
what
like
to
a
do.
caching issue. If I had to guess. Anyway, go
That's
ahead.
Right. We'll work on it.
I
I'm
like how
sorry.
you're just like, I don't know. And now
Yeah, it's just
everyone
like, I
that
don't
visits,
know.
they don't get images.
Sucks. Should have visited more. Should have visited in the past.
Sucks. Okay, anyway. What other news do we have?
AirPods Max, new colors this year.
Oh,
according to Grammy.
fucking wow.
Dude, but look at this render Ian made. Exclusive to Apple Track.
Exclusive
does
to
that
Apple
feel?
Track. It's so beautiful. In
It
blue.
is really pretty. No, blue looks like baby throw up. Next, you don't get to respond to that, by the way.
It looks
It
like
just looks like baby throw up. Yeah,
the blue looks like baby throw up?
yeah.
You know baby throw up's not blue.
Have you ever seen a baby?
I was a baby.
You would know your throw up was blue. Mine was
Also, I
green.
hope you enjoy having Ian make stuff for you because next month he's officially exclusive to me.
What do you mean officially exclusive?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? What do you mean?
Ian,
You can't fully steal my guy.
no, he's still gonna write for Apple Track. I mean, the Ian that renders things, that guy, that version of
Yeah.
him.
So he can't make renders for me anymore?
He can make renders for anybody ever again
Why?
because he's mine.
Bro, that wasn't our agreement. You said we could share him.
We are he's writing for your Apple Track.
No, but you said if I wanted to have him make renders, he could.
Oh yeah, he can do that for you. That's fine. But for anybody else,
Yeah, for anybody else, no. But I was like,
Yeah,
we
he's not
talked
allowed.
about this, bro.
no. I think for maybe other companies that's not a public facing,
Oh
like
yeah,
YouTuber.
no, that makes sense.
But yeah, Ian's coming on full time for FPT.
Oh, because it'll be summer break for him.
Yeah, well, yeah, we did it. So we did a trial run like the end of last year, and it just makes sense. So
Nice. Dude,
Yeah.
congratulations. I'm excited for you.
yeah, we take
Will he be your employee? Do you consider him your employee?
subcontracted for tax purposes,
Right, you're not
But-
giving him insurance?
but for YouTube, sure, he's my employee.
Oh, speaking of, look at another render he made for me. He put the 2 next to it.
Oh shit!
I know. No one. This is something only Ian Zelbo could do. Look at his little image too. Look at it. Look at this little guy.
Are you? Yeah, dude. I fucking.
Why does he have that?
He always uses. So when I show him on Front Page Tech or whatever, it looks like I have this little fucking toddler.
Yeah,
that's doing
it looks
this.
like this is. Asia.
He's the worst. He's the worst.
It's like we can't do that. This is a legal adult. He's 18.
Yeah,
plus,
he's the worst
for sure.
So he's the worst, but he's going to be officially full time the worst. So.
That's amazing.
AirPods Pro 2, they're not going to look any different. I like how Gurman's report of a stemless AirPods Pro, that's not a thing, I guess, anymore.
Yeah, it sounds like they did cancel it. But we're just early. Maybe just early.
Okay, so AirPods 3 looking a lot like AirPods Pro, but without the little silicone tip things. Mm-hmm. That was fine because I assumed that, the new Pros are just going to look different and that'll set them apart again. But now, no.
Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like the case is going to be the differentiator with the wrist strap and the speaker.
But
here, I'll pull up that image just because I feel like people might have forgotten it. It was in my video today. It'll probably be in John's video. Yeah, they got these. Oh, I wonder when that charger's coming.
Yeah, why'd you do a video today?
What do you mean? What I do a
video
today? That's what you beat me last week. No. Now, but here's the thing. We're gonna be off. I'm gonna be off sync this week. Like last week, you beat me every time.
For the last 2 weeks, I have had an episode out today.
And then now this week, I'm gonna be ahead of you by one day for all my videos. I'm trying to find this first look.
Why didn't you just type in AirPods Pro 2?
Okay. Well, if you're gonna tell me how to do my job, then I guess I'll do it.
Okay.
And of course, the fucking search. Who designed this website?
I like how you search first look. There's first looks of everything always, all the time.
I know. What? Oh, wait. It's linked in the article. I'm so dumb.
Oh, my God. Did you not know how to Apple track?
No. Look, there's me.
There's you.
Yeah, so this is what the case is going to look like.
Which, at the time when this came out, I did not believe this at all.
Neither did I.
Looks ridiculous.
I thought it was fake. But yeah, I mean, this is it. That's it. That's the
images. They're going to look the same according to those leaked images. The stems and all, they're literally no different. Which, okay, can I say, I love my AirPods Pro 2. Or, sorry, minus the 2. I love my AirPods Pro 1.
Yes.
And they're one of the very few products that I have like no complaints for. Okay. And so I'm not asking for much. Like, I'm not asking for a redesign. The design works for me. I think it's perfectly fine. They're super convenient. They're wonderful. They're easy. They sound like shit. So that's what I would ask for. I would ask for them to sound better.
Sure, but they don't sound like shit, okay?
I mean, they don't sound great. Like, there are many... Okay, so there are many earbuds that sound better for less money, and the only thing that stops me from using those is because AirPods are just... They're AirPods. They're so easy. They're so convenient, reliable. So the only thing I would need from them... You don't need to... Are you tired? What are you fucking yawning for on this podcast?
Holy shit, can you calm down? I'm fucking taking a 3-second break from your incessant yapping.
Podcast.
And I'm just trying to fucking stay afloat on this show.
Look at this kid. Look at him. Are you tired, Sam? Are you sleepy?
Not anymore.
You need a nap, bud?
No. Yes.
How dare you? How dare you? You're supposed to be here entertaining the masses. And you're yawning. Is your job too hard? Is it too hard to sit there in your orange fucking shirt and use your mouth?
You think LeBron James has never yawned?
No.
He yawns all the time.
Especially not on the court.
Yes, he has. I guarantee you. I'm looking up a video right now of LeBron James yawning.
No. You won't find it.
Yep. Just found it.
No, you didn't.
And he is on the court.
Nope.
Oh, I seen him yawn, baby yawn.
No.
Look at this.
That's just a picture, dude. He could just be... He's probably shouting like, hey!
He's on the court.
He's like, hey, pass it to the other guy. That's what he's saying.
I don't want a LeBron James fan fiction. I'm good.
He's literally not yawning. He's just shouting to somebody else.
No, he is
hey,
not.
get the ball, is what he's saying.
No, he's going, oh, this game is boring.
No, he's not.
This guy on the podcast. Anyway, you were in the middle of saying something like prolific, and then you interrupted.
I don't know what I was saying at all.
And you know what? Just for that, I scoot back an inch every time you complain.
No! Come back to the microphone, Sam.
Say you're sorry.
Listen, you think you're taking it out on me, or you're really taking it out on the innocent listener. They have to hear your echoey, shitty room.
I'm like an abusive dad. I take it out on my kids. Jesus.
Anyway, I just want them to sound better.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I want them to sound better too. But the AirPods Pros do sound the best, even though I believe the audio profile is a bit sharp and sibilant focused.
Like,
for me.
I don't have any complaints. It's like it's super easy, super reliable. Never have any issues. The noise canceling is amazing. They're small enough. Like if they were any smaller, I think that'd be an issue for me. But they could just improve the sound quality. That'd be amazing. I would buy that update in a heartbeat.
That's what we got my mom for Mother's Day.
Oh, AirPods Pro?
AirPods Pro.
That's cool.
And then I got her an Apple Watch band.
Oh, that's cool. I don't even think I would need better battery life. Like, I'm happy with the battery life on AirPods Pro.
I think that needs to be a little improved. Just like I want the battery on the Apple Watch to get better.
I'm not going to say no to a battery improvement.
But you don't really like.
But there's never a time where I'm like, oh man, I really wish there was another 15 minutes out of these.
Okay, well, I'd like more than 15 minutes, maybe like an hour.
No.
Just 15?
No, just 15. Oh, you were talking about Severance in the beginning of the show, and we totally got sidetracked and haven't gone back. Should I watch it?
Would you get severed?
I'd have to go back and look at Policy Genius, I think, before any of that.
So do you know what it is about at all?
No. I was going to say vaguely, but I meant not at all.
So the idea is your work life and your home life are completely separate, and you don't have memories of the other when you're not in that environment.
Okay.
So when you get severed, you wake up and you do not know who you are.
Oh, perfect.
So you get this chip in your head. So it would be like, imagine, this is a great comparison for us. Imagine that every time we hit record on our camera.
That's how I feel about it already.
Imagine when we hit record on our camera for this podcast, we didn't know anything about our personal lives.
Honestly, probably be a better show.
You didn't know about Karina. I didn't know about my parents. I didn't know if I had kids. I didn't know if I had a dog.
All you know is work. Do you have past memories of work?
Yes.
Okay.
You develop past memory, but it's the second you leave work, the second we'd stop hit recording, then we don't know what we did at work. Somebody asks us what we do. We go, well, I work for this company, but I don't know what I do.
Okay.
Which actually in our case would probably be helpful considering everybody's like, oh, you do YouTube? Today I had to switch when they're like, what do you do? I was like, I'm a video, online video. And that's a videographer.
Yeah. Like if anyone asks me what I do and Karina's around, I just go, don't do it. Because I like to go, I'm a plumber.
I'm going to start saying
because the questions end right there. You're a plumber. Okay. You pick up shit. That's what you do. But
you kind of look like a plumber, so that I don't really look like a plumber.
Yeah, I'm a plumber. But when Karina's in the fucking car, she'll pull up the goddamn channel, be like, "This is what he does this, da. It's the worst."
Wait, does this happen when you're in a car?
Yeah, it happens a lot. Like it just like in a car or like just out or like last week, there was a guy that came over to do repairs on our fireplace. We have like a fake faux fireplace. It's electric and looks like a fireplace, but the light bulbs were out. Anyway, comes to do the repairs, small talk. What do you guys do for a living? And I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't say it. And she says it.
That's because she's so proud of you. Oh
no, they don't know.
She's so proud
No.
She's so proud.
No, plumber. Plumber.
I'm just going to start making something up every time. That'll be fun.
You should. It's easier.
Yeah. It's definitely better. Dude, but there was like... I was editing my repair video on the plane on the way home last week.
Okay.
And there was just attractive women. Look about my age. And... I'm editing the video and like I'm like so proud. It's like my face on the screen. I'm like, she's gotta be like, that's the only time where I like want to flex. I'm like, she's gotta think this is interesting, right? Like just seeing like, oh, that's him, and then he's editing. What is he doing? Is he a YouTube guy? So then the perfect opportunity comes, dude. When we're landing, it gets a little rough during landing. Her phone falls out of her hand, and it's like a scene from a movie. It falls out of her hand and slides into the middle of the plane aisle and is going to keep sliding down the aisle because, plane land like this. And I grab it and pick it up for her.
Okay.
And I hand it to her. And I was like, oh, I hope it didn't crack, did it? So I'm like trying to start a conversation. And then she just like didn't really say anything. So then like when we're like getting ready to get off, I was like, hey, did it crack? Did it survive? And then she was like, it's already been cracked, so I don't really know. Okay.
Thank you for.
I actually wish I would have.
You don't want that anyway, dude. She's not gonna add anything to the conversation ever in life.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm like, well, next time I'll just launch it further toward the front of the plane.
You said that?
Then it'll really be cracked. No.
Oh, I should have.
Not a dick. That's what I thought, though. That's my incel rejection complex.
Do you want to do one last ad and do phone calls?
Idiot bar? Yeah.
Idiot bar phone calls? Okay, John, last up for the day. Here we go.
She should have had Mint Mobile. Is what she should have had.
She should have. Mint Mobile, one of the best sponsors on the show.
You know why? Because with Mint Mobile, crack screen or no screen, John, did you know that you cannot get... Yes, they will love you. They will cradle you. And did you realize that it's only $15 a month, John?
$15 a month to get started with Mint Mobile. Bring your own phone, but they also sell phones. I saw they also sell phones, but not CELL. With like what? Okay. They also sell you phones. If you go to their website, you can buy a phone from them. But most of you, listen, you got a phone already. You got a phone already and you're probably paying too much for your monthly phone bill every single month. Stop doing that. $15 a month. And service is likely better than what you're getting right now. What you have right now.
Dude, I love it. They listen. You're like, how is it $15 a month? What's the catch? No, there is no catch. They just cut out the middleman of retail stores and they pass the savings directly onto you. So it's like, oh, that's a pretty good idea. Makes sense. They have great cell towers and great coverage used by another major carrier. It's really great. Like, I don't know. I just love Mint Mobile. Like my friend just switched. He's like, yeah, it's great. I think he switched because of the show. He was like, yeah, it was sick. I used the code and I just got the monies and I was he loves it. No,
a lot of things just make more sense too. Like you can save money by buying in bulk. Like you can get 3 months or up to like 6 months, a year. Buy that up front, save a bunch of money. I mean, you're gonna pay for your phone all year anyway. You might as well pay for it now all up front and save a bunch of money.
Yeah. So guys, get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free. I have this. This is what here. I'll show you guys this little. Well, I keep props around. You guys know how we do it here on the Genius Bar. Look, this is what they send you. They send you a nice little envelope. It's this Mint Mobile. And look, does any other carrier have this little guy? Tell me when you can get $15 a month.
They don't.
And this little guy. Verizon's never given me this little guy.
What is that? A fox? I think it's a fox.
I don't know, but he's cute as hell, and I want to give him I just gave him a kiss. That's for you, Mint Mobile. You guys can go to mintmobile.com/genius. That's mintmobile.com/genius. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month.
Owned by Ryan Reynolds, so it's great.
Yes.
Mintmobile.com/genius. Does that mean when we get paid that we have received Ryan Reynolds money? Like money that he was going to use to buy a hamburger, but then it goes to us instead?
He does not eat hamburgers. I will tell you that right now.
Okay. To eat... What would he eat?
I don't know. What is like a dude who's like Hollywood workout guy eat?
He would eat a hamburger.
Would you ever do that? If a company offered you, let's say $100,000 a year, but they're like, you have to look like 6-pack.
For $100,000? No, dude.
They're paying you. What would be the cost to like be like you?
More
like, I don't
way more
I don't
than
think I could do that.
Dude. I spend $100,000 a year now on food. Mintmobile.com/genius. Thank you for Mint Mobile for sponsoring this episode of Genius Bar.
I thought we had moved on. That's my bet. Oh.
Okay.
It's time.
It's time for the Idiot Bar. Yay! Do you have an Idiot Bar sound yet?
This is the best we're gonna get. This is the best we're gonna get. How long does this go?
Have you ever played the full one before?
That was it.
All right, we got your phone calls this week. Your voicemails, 512-200-2454 is the number if you want to call us and leave us a voicemail and try to be on the show, ask a question, leave us your name, where you're from. Make sure it's a good question because you won't make it on the show. Don't text us. That's the rules.
You see, if you don't have to keep saying that because now they're going to do it.
No, I feel like I gotta say it every time. Also, it was really sad because there was for some reason this week, there was a lot of calls with good questions, terrible audio quality. Like, they were calling from a spotty place. They didn't have Mint Mobile. They weren't using Mint Mobile. Probably one of the other guys didn't have the service, and it just sounded terrible. And they were cutting in and out. But so we couldn't use you on the show. So if you're not on the show this week, call us back. Preferably from like the top of a tower somewhere.
Dude, I just had a great idea.
What is it?
We got to get Mint Mobile to sponsor this part of the show. Like this Genius Idiot Bar brought to you by Mint Mobile.
Oh my God, that would be golden. How did we not think
of that? No, that literally just makes so much sense.
We have to. Yeah. Okay. That's a great idea. We're going to be on that.
We're going to work on that. That's literally too perfect.
So for today, it's brought to you by Mint Mobile. They can have their little logo up here the whole time.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the deal. Oh, so I saw a comment on last week's show being like they were annoyed that we pretend like we listen to the voicemail together, pretending that we've never heard it before because they were like they screen all the voicemails. That's true and not true. So the way this works every week on the show, one of us has not heard the voicemails. So one of us has screened the voicemails for the show to, organize it so that we can put you on the show. The other one has not heard it. So you're getting a genuine reaction from at least one of us. Yes. Last week, Sam got all the voicemails, and so it was my first time hearing them. This week, I got the voicemail, so Sam's reactions are genuine. Does that make sense? Okay, 512-200-2454. Here comes the first call.
Hey, Sam and John. This is Oliver from Texas. I wanted to get your thoughts on the AR/VR headset. I know the rumors have said it won't release until early next year, but do you think they'll send out developer units so they can build software for the device, similar to how they sent out those test M1 Mac Minis before the M1's official launch? If so, do you think that's a possibility for this year's WWDC? Thanks, and have a great week.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks, man. I feel like they're not. I mean, they might do dev kits, but I feel like it'll all be NDA'd. Like, I don't think it's going to be like developers can just like daily share. Like, oh, hey, this is the headset. But,
well,
I mean, do you think...
I think that's a genius idea. And in fact, I think that's going to happen. Because... yes, you can NDA it, but you can't NDA it with like developers at scale and hope that nothing gets out.
That's true.
I think it'll be similar to what we saw with M1, where they made like they put in M1 into a Mac Mini, and they sold a developer kit. I think it might be something like that, where maybe it's announced at Dub, teased at Dub, or whatever, and then, or maybe at the end of the year, who knows, and then. A developer kit, maybe you can buy a developer kit, and so that you can develop for it before it goes out to the masses. I think that'd be a great idea. I think that's what they should do. If they don't do it, I'll be very disappointed.
Okay, fair. That satisfies me.
Does that satisfy yourself?
Yeah, I'm satisfied.
Thank you for the call and the question.
Hey, Sam. Hey, John. My name is Gary from Utah. Seems like you guys are not getting a lot of Utahns calling you guys, so... Why not?
Did you say croutons?
Hey, my question to you guys is, if you guys are CEO of Apple, right, whether it's individual or co, I don't care, right, what is the first order of business you would do?
Disaster.
Right? And it cannot be something obvious like, I'm going to throw a USB-C on my iPhone. Like, no. It has to be something that you have identified that, hey, there's a clear problem at Apple, right, and I want to fix X, Y, and Z. For me, it's a two-pronged. Right, I would do 1A being simplifying the product lines, right? Because we don't need like the MacBook Pro 13 entry level and then a 14 and a 16 and an Air and a whole bunch of stuff. No, MacBook and MacBook Pro, that's it. Right, you can have your different variants in the 14 and 16, but I would want to simplify it. And then 1B being leaning heavy into conglomeracy. Where, if I were CEO, I would probably look to buy like a Netflix and just kind of beef up that part of the business and just kind of look to see how else, to generate other revenues. But if you guys are CEO, what would you guys do? Thank you for everything. I love the podcast. One of the things I look forward to every week. Thank you. See ya.
Thanks, man. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, I'm CEO. First of all, I agree. The product, I think we've talked about this before. I think the product lineup, there's too many things. Like, I would like to just go back to one iPhone. I would love one iPhone comes out. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
The issue, though, is that, like, I think I want that for me. I think that makes the most sense. But they just make so much money from all the different variants and making a product that suits everybody differently. They make so much money from that, so that's why they do that. So I don't know if from like a product simplifying standpoint, I would do that. But as a CEO, you got to make money, so you can't do that. That option's out the door. What I would do is focus on software. First of all, I'd make some production lines over somewhere else that's not China, so we can actually get our products on time. But other than that, I would put a way heavier emphasis on software and clean all that up. It needs to be fixed. And they're not. It's like nobody cares. They're not fixing it. So whatever. But if I'm CEO, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna be like, You know what? No, we don't need another AirPods Pro this year. We need software. So do that instead.
Software is good. I didn't think about that. I think that would definitely be. I do a couple things. Did he say one? I'm just gonna answer it how I want to answer it. First thing I would do. Effective immediately, every employee at every level of the company, double their pay overnight. You make double what you did before. Why? We have hundreds of millions of dollars sitting in the bank. These people built the company and made it what it is. And if we can pay these people more.
You're a fucking terrible CEO.
No, people
already the company loses a shit ton of money overnight because you signed up.
No, they didn't lose money. They earned it and they have it.
No, the company though lost money because now they're paying every employee twice. You're missing the whole point of the job of the CEO.
But their margin,
the job of the CEO isn't to be charity for everyone else.
It's not charity. It's just like it drives me crazy that these companies make stupid amounts of revenue and they still are like, oh, you start at $15 an hour. We're going to do the bare socially acceptable minimum thing. Why? You see that the uprest is happening in places like Asia where the workers are making the products. You see that it's happening in the US. There's been 3 Apple stores now that are starting to look at unionization because they still are not satisfied. And it's like, do it, dude.
So instead of a dollar more, you're like double. Everyone gets double.
Because that would be life-changing for most people.
You know what would be life-changing also? Go get a different job. Be qualified better for something else.
Bro, it's not that simple. Yeah. Anyway, second thing.
You don't need to double their pay. A couple dollars more, you're a great CEO.
Double their pay.
That's a lot. Okay, then.
They can afford it. They can afford it. They still make so much money.
Yes, they can afford it, but they don't. It's not the same.
I know, but it's just like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to better the lives of every human that made you what you are?
Bro, they can afford to end world hunger too, but they're not going to do that.
Why?
Because they're Apple. They're in the business of making money.
It's because it's a capitalist society and we have shareholders and it's a flawed system. Next up, I would fire myself as CEO due to backlash from investors. And that would appoint Craig Federighi as my replacement.
That's what you do?
No, I think I would focus on software. I would also, I would invite myself to the Apple events if I was CEO.
Yeah, I figured that was
I would invite every YouTuber with over 100,000 followers.
But where are you going to seat them, Sam?
No, not every like YouTuber, but like every YouTuber that covers Apple. Okay. Like it would be an open invite. It would not be as restricted because I would want to make the illustration that Apple is an open company. Which, by the way, I applied to go to Apple Park for the day of WWDC.
You're not a developer.
Yeah, I am. I pay $100 a year.
That's all you need?
I used to be a developer. I used to make apps. I had like 3 apps on the App Store at one point.
Do you have any right now?
Deadass. I think they've all been taken down because they were on an old account. But I know my way around Xcode.
Let's hurry it up and put a Genius Bar app out so you can be invited.
What would our app do? No, I already applied. I am on the list.
The app would listen to the podcast for you.
Wow. I think they call that Overcast.
No.
It's a podcast player, but podcast player, but only Genius Bar.
Yeah.
That actually
also he recommended buying Netflix, but they can't do that. There's government regulations that would not allow that to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Apple
They're already
streaming,
in a bunch of antitrust issues already.
As much as I love Severance, I don't really get Apple doing streaming. I think it's a weird thing for them to get into.
It's huge. It's huge for them to make to enter that. First of all, what is it, like $3 a month right now?
It's $5 a month, but
is it $5 a month now?
That's Apple TV Plus has always been $5 a month.
Okay. Why did I get the $3 a month then? I don't know where I came up with that.
I don't know.
Right now, I mean, that's lower than most streaming services, but the second they have a bigger catalog, going right up. And that's what they're doing. They make so much money, especially right now when it's hard to get products. They make so much money from services.
No, I know services.
It puts a lot of respect on their name if they're, making these shows and then getting nominated for Emmys and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels weird that like this company, and I've heard privately that like the Apple
like
TV
Severance,
Plus,
so why do you think it's weird that Apple's doing it?
Anybody could have made Severance. It's just Apple who produced it. Like they're the ones that signed the check for it. But it's like this could have been made on any streaming service.
But it wasn't. It's on theirs right now. So why is it bad for them to have a streaming service?
Not. I just don't get it. Like I'm just like, this is just like do services, work on revenue in other places like iCloud or Apple Music is a great one. Like that's an awesome thing for Apple to get into because music's in their DNA. They had iTunes. They invented the streaming era.
So is this, dude. All of this
is not in their DNA.
Dude, who do they promote their products for? Creatives. That's what Apple has always sent from the beginning, and every promo and every ad and every keynote, they're like, but it's not about our products, it's what people do with our products. That's what the whole thing has been about. So now they're just like, look, we make movies too. Made on the Mac.
I mean, you're right. That's a fair point. It's a fair point.
Next question.
It's funny.
Kicked your ass is what happened.
I have a tidbit. I've heard privately from a source that has worked on some of the Apple TV stuff.
Okay.
That like the way that you have to show Apple products and like green screen the screens on is like so precise. It's not like other shows where it can be pretty close, even though they messed it up in some of the early stuff for like Servant where it was cropped wrong. And then people were like, is this an iPhone leak? But I've heard they've tightened up and it must be shown in this light in this way. Mm-hmm. It's just funny.
We already know that Apple doesn't let bad guys have iPhones on movies and stuff.
That's ruined so many movies for me.
Really?
Yeah, because as soon as you see somebody that's a good guy that has an Android, you're like, oh, they're gonna turn. What do you know they turn? Anyway.
Hi, I'm Kyle and I'm from Canada. I live in the same city as Canuxi does. The yellow guy, the person you had on the podcast. Anyways, My question is, do you ever feel scared putting out an Apple leak? Because, companies like Apple, Samsung, not even Apple leaks, but like general leaks because, like people can file lawsuits against you. They can do all kinds of stuff. I just wanted to know, like, do you ever feel scared doing that? Because, it's like something that's pretty serious when it comes to things, but like, I know you handle it quite well, to be honest. And also, I think the iPad mini is an amazing device, but it's just like too expensive, especially here in Canada. It's like $800. No, it's like less than that. Like, I think the iPad mini is pretty okay. Anyways, thank you guys. If I made it on here, I'm literally so honored. I've been literally watching you for 4 years now. So thank you guys.
Oh, that's cool.
Bye.
4 years.
Thanks for watching us for 4 years.
This is a 1.5 year podcast.
Oh, no, our separate channels, you idiot.
Oh.
Thanks
this is
for
the idiot bar.
This.
This is the loud.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks for watching us for 4 years. Thanks for your question. Glad you made it on the show.
This is for you.
Not necessarily.
Well,
it's been scary to a point, but last year, towards the end of last year, I got in trouble with Samsung, and they tried to take me to court over that. But it's just like that you're protected. As long as you are doing everything correctly and legally, then you're good. Then you really have nothing to be afraid of. I think a lot of these companies bank on hoping that you're not doing things legally and above board, and so a lot of times, for example, when I get a cease and desist, I know they can't do anything. They know they can't do anything, but they send it anyway because you can send a cease and desist all you want, as many times as you want, and it's just a scare tactic. They hope to scare you. So no, I'm not scared.
The court system.
What's that?
Isn't that like kind of abusing the court system though? Trying to chill your speech.
The cease and desist. No, I mean you can write one yourself and send it.
Like, could I send one to you? Like I cease and desist John Prosser.
Yeah, and I can tell you to fuck off, just like them.
Could I take you to court if I wanted to?
A cease and desist is not court, but could
I do like a further? What could I sue you for?
And being so handsome. But no, I'm not. Yeah. Early on maybe I was afraid, but not anymore. Sam, you've leaked stuff on Apple Track. Are you ever scared that they're gonna? Are you fucking yawning again, dude? You're yawn. You know you started a yawn. Don't even try to play it off. No. You started a yawn, you leaned back, you started a yawn. Are you bored? Is that the problem? Does this show bore you? Because if it bores you, how can we expect it to not bore the audience?
I'm stretching, asshole.
You definitely stretched your mouth.
Oh, sorry. It's chocolate in the whole show.
You yawned and you know it.
Yawning. This is
I'm sorry he's disrespecting you on this podcast.
You want somebody that does never yawn?
Yeah.
He does never yawn. He'll never yawn.
How do I get him?
Go ahead, talk to him.
Hello, Bobblehead Sam. You can have Sam's cut if you join me every week.
Never mind, I'm back. I'm never going to yawn again. I need this money. It's YouTube's been
okay.
No, I've never been scared about leaking something I've only been scared that I'm going to be wrong. That's the only fear.
Yeah, that's the scary part.
And then I got a lot of people excited, and then it didn't happen because that would suck.
But I'm not scared about that anymore either because I get wrong a lot.
So I'm still scared because Apple Track's got like a really good track record now.
But are you scared that they're going to come after you?
No. And I want Apple to know that I'm not like leaking to like spoil things for them. It's just that
you want to spoil things.
It's stuff of public interest. It gets us more excited. Like the excitement for the Mac Studio once people saw it was real and they saw it first with Luke and Apple Track. Like,
yeah,
come on. You're saying that it would be less fun if we didn't share. Like it was fun to be like, are we really getting this? And then it didn't. It's like, oh my God. And it's this crazy. Like,
yeah,
it would have been a surprise. It's like, where did this come from? Wow. But I think people were just as excited. Because people don't believe leaks still. Like that's what makes them fun, right? Anyway, that's my
And you didn't get sued for that yet?
No, we didn't do anything wrong or illegal.
Hey, John and Sam, this is Matt from West Virginia. I'm kind of curious. I don't know how your contract's set up, but have you ever thought that if y'all wanted to go on a vacation, like one of you take a vacation and the other person gets a guest host, like Luke Miani or somebody? It's just a thought, but have you ever thought of that? That's my question.
Thank you for your question. That's a good question. Our contract. We don't have shit. We don't have a contract.
Do. With the ad agency?
Oh, but not like amongst ourselves.
Oh, like, no.
No, like, I mean, there's no, technically, there could be a falling out and then next week, it's Sam and somebody else. There's no contract with the agency, I guess, but the contract doesn't state that like you and I have to show up.
It's just
together.
Two people have to show up and read the ads.
Yes, that's it. Like it has to be published on it has to be the same show, effectively. It doesn't have to be the same people.
That's kind of a good idea. I feel like I want to actually take advantage. Is that like a coupon I can clip? Like I can sub out?
Yeah, I never thought of that. We could.
I'd probably sub in Luke. He's a good guy. Who else would I sub in? Maybe Noopsy. Oh, maybe Greg. Just to make your life miserable.
No, don't do that to me.
Yeah,
I wouldn't show up, dude. I'd rather not get paid.
I'll get Mark Gurman to sub for me.
Dude, oh my God. I think he was on. Was he going to be on Brian Tong's podcast?
Something like that.
Or was he already on it?
I think he's maybe soon. I don't know if
I think he talked some shit on that podcast. Thanks to our inside sources that we have.
We'll see.
Next question. What? Did we answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't answer, did we?
What was the question?
Oh yeah, we'll have a co-host. Yeah, we can.
Oh yeah, we did. Wait, who would you replace me? Sorry, who would you replace me with? You didn't answer. I'd say probably Luke Miani.
Bobblehead Sam.
We're like, no, it has to be. I can't talk to myself. Like who would you replace?
So if you went on vacation, I would replace you with. It had to be somebody as annoying as you. I couldn't have noobs.
Oh, there's a lot of people in the tech space that are annoying.
Well, listen, here's the thing. I can't have an upgrade on because then when you come back, everyone will be mad that you're back. So it has to be like equal to or worse.
Luke Miani is pretty.
No, dude, they would much rather have Luke, I think.
Why are we like missing out on like chaos?
Somebody that's worse than Sam. Who is worse than Sam? Mark Gurman would be worse. Yeah,
no, Mark Gurman would be an upgrade.
No, Mark Gurman would be worse.
He'd be an upgrade.
No, he has the personality of a basketball.
He does love basketball. Can I? Can't say that, bro. I would replace you with Mark Gurman.
This is what happens if Mark Gurman's on the show. Oh, I thought it was. I cut back
his hair really.
Yeah, I tried to cut to the.
That is not me either.
The picture of LeBron yawning, but that didn't work.
You have to say somebody.
I'm thinking somebody worse.
My eye is the
somebody worse.
Bro, you're saying there's no one worse than me? I think of 100 people.
It's
worse
hard.
Than you.
Sammy from Mac Rumors. Give it up for Sammy from Mac Rumors. That would be worse than Sam. That would be worse than Sam.
Bro, just last week you said you wanted him to replace me.
I do. I do want him to. That's why, though, because then I can still have the upper hand. Okay. Next.
Fuck you and your upper hand. Next voicemail.
Sam and John, it is David here. I Cave Dave. And I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think are the chances of us getting SE Macs, SE MacBook, SE Mac Mini? You know, would we be seeing something around the $500 mark where the Mac Mini started in the first place? Chuck an M1 in there once we've got M2 on the go. And I think that would be a pretty compelling option. What do you guys think? And I think that SE MacBook might just be that 13-inch MacBook Pro with no touch bar. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Thanks, and great show.
Love Dave, by the way. I Cave Dave. Go check out his YouTube channel and tell him we sent you. He's great.
I don't really see them doing that for the Mac just because you can't really get, I mean, well, maybe for like a Mac, but then it's just kind of like the refurbished store for that. I don't know. I feel like the Mac Mini at like $600 or $700 is already pretty affordable. I mean, you can find an M1 Mac Mini for like $500.
There's also a level of pride that Apple takes in their products. And I don't know if giving a $500 MacBook is something they'd be willing to do.
Not a MacBook.
No.
God, just think of how shitty that would be.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get a $500 Mac Mini, like a new one, but...
from probably a third party you could.
Yeah, but the reason those are so inexpensive is what I meant. Unaffordable. That's not even a word. The reason those are so inexpensive is because that's it. It's just bare bones thing. You gotta get the rest of the stuff yourself. But to have a MacBook at $500 with the display, all that stuff, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, that would be...
Ever.
Maybe if it's like a netbook.
What is like universally like the lowest end MacBook you can buy? The MacBook Air?
$999.
If they bring back a MacBook, do you think it's more premium or less premium than MacBook Air?
It should be less premium.
Should be.
Should be like a little thicker than the MacBook Air, but like maybe plastic instead of metal. Kind of like that white polycarbonate one they used to have.
What if we get rid of the Air lineup?
Are we going to get the iPhone Air first? Because I've always wanted an iPhone Air.
No, I suggest we get rid of the Air lineup entirely. We don't have the iPad.
I like it though.
No more iPad Air.
I like the Air.
No, listen. No more iPad Air. The product is the same. The name is just different. No more iPad Air. It's just iPad. And the iPad that is just iPad, that's a boring excuse for an iPad. That just goes away.
That should be iPad SE.
Maybe. But I say we just, no iPad Air. What is the iPad Air? It's just iPad. And then, iPad Pro. Same with MacBook. No MacBook Air. Just give us a MacBook and a MacBook Pro. Bada bing, bada boom. That's it.
But then we could do MacBook SE. iPad SE.
That does open
This is what the question is.
Yeah. No.
Maybe you're right.
Hey Sam, hey John, it's Jonathan Martinez calling you out of the Little Rock area again. Hey, thanks so much for having me on the very first show that you debuted this voicemail.
Wow.
Anyway, still praying for you, Sam, and John, pray for you too, man.
Bro.
Anyway,
it's
listen,
working.
here's my question.
I think it's working.
I guess a thought. What if this year Apple is not indeed releasing the iPhone 14 with last year's chip and the Pros with a new chip? Rather, what if the 14 line is coming with the new chip and the 14 Pro is going to release either with, I guess it would be an M2. What if the leaks are pointing to maybe architecture that seems like it would appear that the 14s are getting basically the same chip and then the 14 Pros are getting a new chip? Like perhaps the A15 is similar to the A14, but perhaps that upgraded, whatever.
Why are you laughing so much? Why are you laughing so fucking much? Stop laughing. He's talking.
And then we're getting like an M2. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Love you guys. I want to hear your thoughts about this. Thanks.
Why are you laughing?
I started laughing because you're fucking slumped.
I'm listening and I'm attentive. You literally just said try harder. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop yawning and take it seriously.
Dude, it looks like you're in a waiting room when you've been waiting too long. And so now you're just losing all hope. You're just slumped back in the seat. You're about to yawn again. Your eyes aren't even open, dude. You're not even opening your eyes all the way.
Bro, I did 25,000 edibles before this, bro.
What was he even saying?
He was asking
M1 chip. What if it's not last year's? Because the rumors are saying A15 chip again for iPhone 14, and then the Pro model get A16.
I mean, I think putting the M1 in the iPhone would be cool. I'd be down. I know you said in the past you don't want that. No. It's more powerful. Why don't you want?
What the fuck do you need it for in the iPhone?
Faster photo rotation.
No, we don't need to just... Boop. Okay, the exclusivity of the M1 chip should remain with Max.
It's on the iPad.
And the iPad Pro. And the iPad Pro. But not
it's on the iPad Air already.
But not the iPad Air.
But it's going to keep being there. It's going to be on more
stuff. It's just no. Then why did they even call it the M chip? Why not just call it another A16 chip in the Mac?
I don't know.
If they're just going to... That's what they're going to do.
Because it's fancy marketing. It starts over. Stupid. They go back. They reset the numbers. That's what they're going to do. They're going to They're going to change the name of the iPhone.
Stupid.
They're going to change the name of the iPhone when they run out of numbers. It's going to be called the Apple phone, guaranteed.
I think every product since Tim Cook has been CEO has been Apple, not I.
The iWatch?
Because there's no I in Apple.
I mean, iWatch would have been a good name.
No, but that was actually, I think they actually explored that, but the name was taken. It's for a company in China.
Damn Chinese companies.
All right, next question.
Triggered.
Hey, Sam and John. My name is Michael Anthony Butler. I'm from Panama City, Florida. Love living in Florida where our governor is a maniac. John, don't come after me. I know you're conservative Republican, all of that stuff. So don't even come for me for that. I don't need anyway. Let's not even get into that. John, I would like to say I bought the iPad mini and I loved it for about 2 weeks and then I sold it because it is a dumb product and I love Sam. I got a little crush on you, Sam. Anyway, moving along, my question is, what is your favorite? Your favorite Apple product of all time? That's it. Love you guys. Thanks for a great show.
Thanks, Michael.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay. First of all, I'm not. You can't. No. First of all, to go back to the thing, he just went, "Oh, I know you're conservative Republican." Nobody said that. Have I ever said that?
No, you are. I agree completely.
But I have never said that. First of all, if I was, what's the problem? Second of all, I have never said that.
Oh, there's a lot.
I have never said that. Here's the issue. Was it Elon that put the meme out? I like to feel like I'm pretty centered. The problem is the left gets so far fucking left that the center starts to look right. That's the real issue.
If you are moderate, you're right.
No.
Yes. From your favorite lefty.
Okay.
Sam.
Okay. He has a crush on you.
You call me
you
Sam the lefty?
I did call you Sam the lefty. Go ahead, Sam the lefty.
This is what they do. They demonize us.
Go ahead.
Vote Cole. Would you vote for me if I ran for president?
Go ahead, Bernie
That's the question.
Tenders. What you got?
Oh, damn, I wish. I mean, listen. What was his question?
He said, what's your favorite Apple product
I've been playing with this
ever?
Bluetooth speaker for the past 30 minutes, and that's what's causing me to yawn. I think the radio waves are...
He has a crush on you, and you don't remember his question?
Oh, best Apple product of all time. Best Apple product. Put it on me.
That's what I meant to do. I didn't mean to do that. Fuck you.
Yeah, don't fucking misclick. Look, I have a cyborg eye. I feel like a child.
I know it's hard, but try not to yawn. Fucking loser. Dude, I am one phone call away from Sammy. I swear to God, I'm going to have him on the show instead of you.
Do it, dude.
And I don't mean as a guest.
Do it.
I mean, he's the permanent co-host.
Okay, my favorite Apple product of all time is the iPad mini.
Sam, why do you do this to us?
Oh, I hate the iPad mini. If you have one, return it. Dude, did you see in the comments when I was like joking around on your video? Stop playing with me. Put me center. Stop it. Resize me normal. John.
Go ahead, Sam.
Bro, we are the most immature people on the internet. My mom says some episodes are hard to watch.
Why?
Because we're children. You bring out the worst in me.
Dude, if she thinks, how can she say that, dude? Has her whole life been hard to watch? Because she's been dealing with you this whole goddamn time.
Yes, it has. It's all my fault.
I feel bad for her.
She said thank you for her Mother's Day gift. She was very blown away by it.
Oh, she's welcome. I bet she wishes I was her son and not you.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. What were you saying?
A lot more successful.
Come on.
Favorite Apple product of all time, low-key might be AirPods. AirPods are so good, dude.
You can't say that as someone who prefers the baby AirPods.
The AirPods 3 are so good. The
No, Sam,
so
no.
AirPods 1 were so good.
No.
Yes, I think AirPods are like truly one of the best products they've ever. It's. I mean, I use them. It's changed my life.
Is probably gonna.
Now whose mic is broken?
That was a mistake.
And you got me using this dumb, stupid mic again.
It's a great mic. It's the best mic. It's the best
Next
mic.
week we're going back. Next week we're going back.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're
I'm
not.
going to switch it, and then you're going to switch it too?
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Answer the question. Favorite Apple product?
This. It's the iPhone 4. It's the best one.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the iPad mini. No, the iPhone 5 was better than the iPhone 4.
That's not okay. See, that's not true. Next question, since we obviously can't take you seriously.
Bro, how many questions do we have?
This is the last one.
Okay.
I mean, is there a problem since you're already yawning? Huh?
I know how to push your buttons. This is like my mom. This is why she hates me.
Hey, John. Mitchell, I live up here in the Midwest, right on the border of Wisconsin and Minnesota. First off, want to say I love both your shows, but you two together on the Genius Bar is an even better show. My question for you guys, though, do you think Apple purposely sabotaged the Mac starting around 2016, 2017? I feel like they held back on features for Apple Silicon starting then all the way up until they were actually ready, because everything they brought forward, they were okay, but they didn't bring anything like they have been lately. Also, iPad mini sucks. Thanks, guys.
Why did he have to fuck it up at the end?
He said iPad mini sucks?
Yeah.
I think there's been more iPad mini haters. Dude, we got to like monetize that. How can we like monetize the iPad mini meme?
How do we monetize that?
Should we sell like custom iPad minis?
Yeah, I was going to say Apple monetizes that. That's what happens with them. What was the question?
Oh, and I'm the one not paying attention.
I had to pee so bad and I can't think of anything
else.
Excuses. It's all pee.
Luke Miani.
It's all urine. It's all urine.
You know what the question was, John? Do you really want me to repeat it to you? Or are you going to figure it out?
What he said.
His question was, did Apple intentionally sabotage the Mac?
Yes, I think they absolutely did.
I don't think it was intentional because I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
They have been working on M1 for so long. They sabotaged that, even down to like the ports thing. A single USB-C port. Oh, now we have an M1 chip and we have all the ports back. Is that really coincidence?
No, they just listen. They did not sabotage it intentionally. I think their development roadmap got split, and they said, "Where do we want to spend most of our time?" And they said less time on the Intel. No, they did not sabotage.
They sabotaged.
No, they did not. I'm telling you, I just think they genuinely had their time split, and they spent more time on that. I mean, come on, guys, listening. No. Like, just agree with me.
No,
I don't think it's. I think people like to paint Apple out as this like corporate monster, which. You know, they are corporate, but they're not a
My
monster.
God, you were just like, they have so much money, they don't pay their employees.
I'm saying they could, and they choose not to.
I don't want to paint them as a corporate monster.
But I'm saying people like to think that they're little conspiracy theorists. They slow down the iPhone intentionally. They don't Stop. Sabotage. Speak correctly. Use your words.
No, they sabotaged.
Hey, now that this show's over, I can finally say what I've been waiting to say for 30 minutes.
Go ahead.
Are we hanging out this weekend?
First of all, the show's not over. Second of all, are you allowed to just say that?
Yeah. I didn't say what.
Yeah, I guess so. It's not really a secret. The creator, is it the Creator Clash?
Yes. Yeah, wait, I can say it.
Creator Clash is happening. iDubbbz, where you be? Answer my email. Sam, I guess, got you got approved as press for this event. Anyway, he's like, you should apply. So I apply. And now I just need iDubbbz to tell me that I am approved as official press. I don't understand how I mean, are you going to go and do press stuff? There's no way.
Yes, I'm doing press stuff.
Like
I'm gonna bring
what?
my camera. Photos. Ask questions at the weigh-in.
Are you going to post it anywhere?
Yeah, I'm going to tweet about it and stuff.
Did you when you applied as press, did you say my press is my Twitter?
I said it was Apple Track.
Are you going to post it all on Apple Track then?
I'll probably tweet about it, yeah.
Just saying, if I get approved, I'm going to do the right thing. I'm gonna post it on Front Page Tech.
Are you? Really?
Yep.
You going to make an episode about it? Top 3 fighters?
iPhone 14, why iDubbbz is going to use it.
No, why are you making fun of me? You're making me sound like I'm not qualified.
I didn't say you're not qualified. But in this specific arena,
I think you're just a little.
It sounds like you're sabotaging.
Sounds like you're jealous you didn't get approved yet.
I probably get. If I get approved tomorrow, that's approved faster than you got approved, and then I can brag about that.
Yeah, but what if they don't approve you? Can you just buy your stuff and come hang out with me regardless?
Can I go to Creator Clash?
You can buy a ticket.
Do I still get tickets?
Yeah,
wait, do you not have to pay for a ticket now because you're the press?
Exactly. That's why I'm going. I'm going to be in the press box, dude.
I swear to God, if you are in the press box and I'm somewhere in the seats, I'm going to be so pissed off.
You're going to be. You're going to be
so mad. I'm going to be so
dude,
mad.
I'm press.
Dude.
I'm covering this as press. It's going to be it's actually going to be a good warm-up for when Apple invites me to WWDC.
This is not even close to what Dub is.
Sure
This is not the same thing. It's a bunch of 14-year-old kids that bought the tickets. They're going to be sitting there sweaty and sticky, eating their nachos, watching iDubbbz, who's also sweaty and sticky, but older than 14.
Dude, there's so many good fights.
People.
Dude, I'm excited. I'm very excited. It's going to be an awesome weekend. I'm going to be there and yeah, it'll be a good time.
If I sit in the seats and you're in the press box, I will call the police.
What are you going to say? Oh,
I will call the police. I will say, I will tell them the truth that you're not going to report on anything.
No, I am. I literally am.
You signed up and claiming to be press. You're going to go sit in the press box.
I am
You're
press,
going to take pictures like this, and you're going to post them nowhere. They're not going to go up on Apple Track. The thing that you used for your application to sign up,
they are.
It's fraud. It's
fraud. Not fraud.
It is
and there's no
fraud.
obligation to post.
Fraud.
I'm simply having access.
Fraud.
If I apply to get Apple product reviews,
fraud. It's
you're
fraud.
literally-
You are call the police and say you're frauding. He's up there in the press box.
That's not fraud, bro.
I'll say I know where he's at. He's up there in the press box. You don't have to arrest him, but bring him down here to this seat.
Bro, I'm going to be in the press box because I'm press, and you're just real salty that Front Page Tech for once isn't getting you clout.
That's not true. They're going to give me double the tickets. I'm double press.
They're non-transferable, and you don't get a +1. So
No, I do though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You let me know how that goes with them.
Yep. I get
the
a
official
+1. I get a -1 actually. I get to remove somebody from the press box, and I remove you.
What if that was a thing? What if I got invited to an Apple event and then they gave like Matthew Panzarino at TechCrunch a -1 and he took me out?
I'm gonna take you out.
So here's what I'm saying.
Police.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm trying to peer pressure you on the show so that people can pressure you.
That's fine. Peer pressure me all you want.
Can you?
I'm peer pressured every day by you.
Can you buy your stuff so you can just come there and we can like hang out in the free time?
But there's no free time.
No, yeah, because the press. Okay, but like Friday, the press conference ends at like 9 or 10. We can hang out after that and be bros. Then all of Saturday until like 5 p.m. we could film a podcast in person.
Why? Because you're not. Because you aren't doing press stuff. Because you're there.
No. Literally, the time obligations are only at those times. Why are you making fun? You act like I'm some fraud phony, bro.
You're a great big phony.
No, I'm not.
You are a great big phony.
Bro, I don't think we can post this because I don't want them to see this before. I don't want them to have second thoughts, bro.
Patreon. Give us $5. You can see this part.
Sure.
It's Sabotage.
That's the after the idiot bar. Sabotage.
Okay, you can hit the exit music.
So yeah, cutting back to this and censoring all of that last stuff. Are you gonna come?
Censor it?
You can't be making these claims pre-event. You can talk about it after. You can joke about it after.
What are they? They're not gonna do anything.
I don't know that.
I'm sabotaging you.
Don't sabotage me.
I'm sabotage.
You know, you're on best.
Dude, I have to pee so bad.
Okay, then bye. Listen, I'm gonna be in Tampa. I'm not gonna say the time. So I'm gonna be in Tampa in the afternoon.
I was gonna say, I don't think you should. Okay.
And I'm gonna be flying out in the evening on Sunday. So I'm saying we would have all day Sunday, a lot of day Saturday, and a little bit of day Friday to hang out.
When are you leaving?
Maybe we're like 7 p.m. on Sunday. So I have the entire day free.
Why aren't you staying longer?
Why? What do you mean? I have a job.
No, you don't. We don't have a job.
I can't just hang out in Tampa for a week. What?
But if I was coming, would you stay longer?
Well, I already bought my ticket just Friday through Sunday. Because I thought that would be enough time to like, you know. Bro, you can't just go on vacation from Front Page Tech.
Yes, I can. Who said I'm not going to keep posting?
You're going to record there?
Yeah, from the hotel rooms.
Bro, I don't want to work like that. I just want to hang out, be bros, make like one thing together.
Let's not work at all.
I'm doing press, so I do have work. Why is that so funny?
Oh, it would have been a perfect time to hit the music. No, you have to make me laugh and then hit it.
You made yourself laugh.
No.
If I'm making fun of, I'm being bullied. Now I want a new friend, bro.
Okay, who would you pick?
I said 3 times.
They have to be worse
over.
than me, though.
The iPad Mini. It worked. Buy your tickets so we can do Genius Bar live in person very soon. You better come. Say an answer.
I'll be there.
Hey!
I won't.
Don't say it. Cut him off. Cut his mic. Guys, that's a yes. Cut him off. He can't be heard over the music. Oh, that's a little loud.
Oh, that's really loud.
All right, see you there, buddy.
Bye-bye.